Another example of a business communication is technical reports. Technical reports aim to provide useful information as basis for recommendation. They usually presuppose or assume a definite relationship between employer and employee or client, or between corporation and expert, or between society and research worker. They are documents designed to fulfill a need to tell and a need to know by communicating a set of ideas from the writer's mind to the reader's mind. There are types of technical reports. The first one is an action memo. An action memo requires a check mark in appropriate square to indicate their message. Sometimes, longer ones require filling in blanks or answering specific questions. So this is an example of an action memo, which is about a request to extend an FSL appointment. So the reader receiving this letter would take an action whether he approves or disapproves, and he will check on the blank. And then he would also write the date about when he approves or disapproves the request. Therefore, an action memo is written to the reader so that the reader can provide a specific action to the request. Second type of a technical report is correspondence. Correspondence is best kept to one topic and should follow the pattern point, discussion, and action or example. So this is an example of a correspondence. A correspondence class is communicating by letter or email. So here, Miss Janet is communicating to Mr. Raids. The point that Miss Janet's want to demonstrate is that she is accepting the offer of Mr. Raids to work as program coordinator. In the discussion, she discussed about the starting salary with full benefit grants. The action that Miss Smith rather wants to pursue is for further correspondence from the office of Mr. Raids, specifically about her employment contract. The third is letter reports. Letter reports should make use of headings and some subheadings when appropriate, should state authorization, purpose, and scope, and should summarize longer reports. Maybe the aim of a letter report is to provide an update about a specific program done by the organization, or to provide an information about the specific or important achievement and activities conducted in an organization. The formal summary, such as monthly operation reports or annual activity report, summarizes highlights or important activities and achievement with illustration, tables, facts, and figure. It aims to inform non-specialists or the common readers. The fifth example of a technical report is the formal report. The formal report contains complete information or full details about a program of work for reference and permanent record. The sixth example is manual. Manual contains information about a product or process, telling how to use it or how to do it. Next example is the monograph. Monograph is all about information covering all that is known about subjects within specified limits. Next is articles for technical journal. Articles for technical journal contain information for publications in journal, reporting about achievement such as a scientific discovery or discussing about a problem. So this is an example of an article for journal publication about the effect of joyful teaching on grade 4 students' academic performance in science. So usually you refer to articles or journal articles for your term paper writing or thesis writing. The last example of a terminal report is the formal proposals. Formal proposals are prepared specifications given in a request for proposal by a company policy. The third example of a business letter is the inter-office correspondence. These are communications within the organization involving employees to other employees, admin to subordinates, or from one office to another. The examples of inter-office correspondence are memorandum and endorsement letter. A memorandum is consist of one or two pages that remind oneself or others, usually in an office or department. For example, reminders about scheduled committee meetings and other significant events in the organization. So this is an example of a memorandum about James Rich retirement. So the readers of this memo are informed to join the retirement party of James Rich, which will be held on or at Golden Coral on Friday, November 4. The second one is the endorsement letter. To endorse means to support, approve, or to recommend. Okay, so this is an example of an endorsement letter about Jane Doe's participation in EXIC MBA. MBA, I think, means Master of Arts in Business Administration. So this is written by John Doe to the head of the organization. So to endorse a colleague or a colleague, you must be able to tell the reader about the background of the person being endorsed. For example, Jane Doe has been employed with Sample Organization for 10 years and currently serves in the role of senior manager. And then also you have to justify why is it important for the person being endorsed to attend to such program. Like as Miss Doe attends the program, she will be absorbing valuable lessons that will provide immediate value to the organization. So this means that when Miss Doe finishes the program, she will be able to contribute to the progress of the organization.